Hello there, my name is Mouse and welcome to another exciting Blender tutorial, and today we're going to be looking at this action scene that I did. So let's break it down a little bit, and then we can do different tutorials focusing on single parts, like how to create that muzzle flash, shoot from the gun. And if you look at the glass in the background, you can see it has some cracks after something hits it in a few seconds. So we can break down the scene a bit here. Let me also first turn off some of the effects here because they're making my screen recorder a bit laggy. Let me turn off the lights here. I think that's faster for OBS. So yeah, let's break it down a little bit here and look at what's going on here. So let me shut off some of these. You can see we have, so the story I was going for is like these ninjas throwing these, I don't know how they are called. Let me see these things here. Yeah, and if you want to know how to see how I textured this, because I textured this all in Blender, you can just go to my second channel. I think I'm just uploading the modeling, how to model that, and the texturing that. I just go to my second channel. I'll be leaving a link in the description, so you can check out how I modeled this. But yeah, so the story is that some ninja is throwing these toward this guy. I didn't have a model for this, and I didn't feel like modeling the entire model for a simple scene like this. So I thought I could get away with just using a helmet that I already had in my asset library, and just not to show the face all. And I think it may not. I wasn't going for a realistic look. I was just trying to play around with the assets I already had in my asset source. So yeah, this is what I managed to go with. So let me just play it back for you here again. You can see in some frames you can see that the face is not there, but yeah, I really didn't care that much because I wasn't trying to show that to make it super realistic. I was just trying to do something very quick here, and yeah, if you put in a little more effort than I did, you can actually pull it off and maybe have a face in there, because you can see we don't see the legs, we don't see the arm, and you can see the gun is animated independent of the guy, but sometimes I make him follow the gun just to kind of sell the effect a bit there. Yeah, so let's I'll be talking about how I made him kind of throw this furniture, this table. You can see, I think it's kind of realistic how it bounces off, and have some the phone here falling off. Very well modeled and textured. I think I have a tutorial on that, how I did this model as well on the channel as well. So if you want to check that out, you can. The entire project, the entire scene here, will be available to my Patreon. So if you want to get that, but all the assets are also available on my CG Trader account. So if you want to get any of them, you can find them there. Let's see what else. Yeah, again, the gun was animated. Let me first turn off this so that we can preview. You can see just a very simple animation, just moving it from one side to another. And the muzzle flash really helped sell the effect, and the physics I did here. The rigid body physics for this also helped. Let's see. Guess if you wanted, you could play around with some different angles, see how that would work. Maybe the perspective of the gun, if you extended this building. And I was going for that Japanese style of interior, so I mean that's where we usually see ninjas. So what else did I want to talk about? So another thing I want to talk about is this glass shuttering. I used a low resolution texture, but yeah, I guess I'll be showing you how to animate it into the texture so that kind of just have that play there. Now in this tutorial, let's see what can I show you. What can I show you? Now let me just leave this as a breakdown, and in the next tutorial, I'll just show you how to make the muzzle flash. Let me break it down for you here. Just switch this back. So if we take away all the furniture, then this, let's see, take away the walls and the blinds, lights are off. Let's just have only the gun. Let me take out the phone as well. Now let me bring back the bloom, and yeah, let me also remove the background for a second here. And look at only the gun. So the way I did the gun is that I have in the gun barrel, I have this mesh here that I added a particle system that emits. I'll be doing a step-by-step tutorial. Don't worry about that if you can't follow these steps here. But yeah, that emits this texture here with alpha channel. And so you can see, let me first turn off the animation for this. Okay, the muzzle flash still follows the animation. So but what I did is that in the mission settings for this muzzle flash, I set the life of each particle to 1, and in the render settings I made sure that I chose the muzzle flash mesh as the emitter, as the instance object, and I turned off, I think I actually didn't turn off gravity. Did I? I don't think I turned off gravity because this only lasts for about a second in life, so there is not enough time for it to fall, for gravity to influence it. And I also gave it a -10 velocity so that it can shoot out a little bit faster. And yeah, also reduce the particle numbers to 50 to just have, not to have it to constantly shoot out, but you can see we have some randomness within there. Yeah, so I'll be breaking down this step by step, and I'll also show you. So let's make sure this is how I flipped the tables, and what else can I show you here? And I also animated the phone using the physics, and basically that will be it. So in the next part, I'll be showing you how doing a step-by-step tutorial on how I made the muzzle flash. Thank you for watching.